Power to the people, we back to do maintenance. Yeah, we gonna rock like crack when it came in. Shout out to Low Deluxe, a battle rapper. Alright. I have some movies to review. I said I was gonna review The Banker today. So I'm talking about The Banker. I'm gonna talk about the movie The Hunt. The movie Invisible Man and Vivarium. I watched those movies recently, so I'm gonna give my review. Here we go. First, I'll start off with The Banker. Great movie, starring Anthony Mackie, aka the Falcon, and Samuel Jackson, aka Samuel Jackson. So in this film, it's about two men growing up during the Jim Crow era, and they became prominent figures in the West Coast, California to be specific. Heck of a movie. It definitely gave me some sort of I guess it was like a history lesson, and I think it's very educational that the youth watch this movie to give them some sort of insight on what really went on back then, and that they can become something more than just an athlete. Because I think success is deemed upon you either in the entertainment industry, or basically you got to be in the entertainment industry to become someone, or you know what I mean. So it can help them along the way. We're watching this film that yes, you can be an entrepreneur and still be a notable person. You don't have to be in front of the camera to be noticed or to have some sort of impact. So The Banker is definitely a dope movie. It's about Bernard Garrett and Joe Morris. Found out about them too. At one point in time, I think Garrett owned, 177 buildings. It's crazy. And his whole, the setup was very, 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 it was crafty. It was very crafty. They got a friend that he met along the way. They got a Y guy to pose as the face of the company, because at that time you couldn't, having two black gentlemen owning, in this environment, they wouldn't have been able to get in certain doors just because they were black. So they got a white guy to be the front, the face, and they were, essentially they were the brains behind the operation. They were, and they just needed a face. So they got him, helped them along the way so they can, expand the operation. It was super dope, man. They started to help, I think, black-owned businesses get loans and things of that nature, and he was buying up these so-called white neighborhoods and renting them out to, everyone, not just blacks or whites. It was like almost reverse segregation in a sense, for real, for real. My bad. What is it called nowadays when you gentrification? It was like reverse gentrification. Now gentrification is when I guess white people, a certain group of white individuals come through by the neighborhood and raise the rent and everything, and everybody has to leave. Well, back then he bought up properties and were allowing blacks to come through and rent there. It was in 50s and 60s, if I'm not mistaken. 50s and 60s. So Anthony Mackie did a great job, but also Nia Long did a terrific job. Samuel Jackson, did he really Samuel in this film? He did, of course. He's Samuel in this film. I don't think he was overbearing. To me, he wasn't overbearing in this movie. So it's very educational. I recommend people do watch it to give you some sort of insight and that at this time, during this tough time, you still could persevere and do something about it. You know what I mean? Like an entrepreneur back in those times, and he wasn't a football player or basketball player or a TV star or anything of that nature. He was breaking down a lot of barriers and making a lot of noise without shooting a ball or throwing a ball or something of that nature. You can use your brain and still be successful. I don't know why people think you're not able to do so. You can. It's possible. Moving right along. Oh, matter of fact, I got to rate The Banker. The Banker gets an 8 out of 10. Acting, the way it was shot. It wasn't like Samuel L. wasn't overbearing, and overall good movie. And you could watch it with your kids, so that's also dope. So go check out The Banker. 8 out of 10 for me. Moving right along to The Hunt, starring Hilary Swank and Betty Gilpin. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name right. Betty Gilpin. Hoping. Now, this is an interesting film, man, for the lack of a better term. Tons of satire. The comedy in here is, I mean, they are limitless with the satire. Limitless. Hilary Swank did a heck of a job, man, and Betty Gilpin killed this movie. It's more of a, I think it's deemed listed as a horror, but it wasn't really, I don't know, they list anything as a horror now. If it has a certain amount of, I guess, blood count in the film, they list it as a horror. I don't know why. Yeah. You know what I mean? A couple stabbing, shootings, it's a horror. But it's more of an action film to me. Hilarious. I'll give you a quick little synopsis of the movie. 12 strangers get dropped into this undisclosed location. Box opens up, they have firearms, and they have to survive. So one by one they're being picked off. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but in the end, the climax is very climactic. I'll say that. Very climactic. So good movie. Overall, it gets a 7 out of 10. Yeah. So go watch The Hunt. If you have not seen it yet, go watch The Hunt. Moving along to The Invisible Man, starring Elizabeth Moss, who killed this movie, by the way. Killed it. Good acting. If I'm not mistaken, this is a remake? Yeah, it's a remake. I think it's maybe they remade this movie a couple of times. Originally, I thought it was a movie based on the preview was going to be utter filth, but it wasn't. It shocked me. It did. It shocked me. It definitely shocked me. Pleasantly, to my surprise, it was good watch. Elizabeth Moss killed it. The boyfriend was a narcissist, and he was an abusive narcissist. So he tormented her when she thought he was dead. He tried to make it seem as though she was crazy. That's what he does. So the whole world was against her, and they put her in an insane asylum, and she was seeking revenge. All in all, she was seeking revenge. I'm not going to give too much about the film, but it wasn't just the husband that was torturing her as well. It was more than the husband that was torturing her. Elizabeth Moss did a heck of a job. The climax. You know what I wish they would have done in this movie? I wish they would have gave me more context of like, how did he become this? I don't know. The movie just came on and she's running. I mean, I get it. Just could you give me a little bit more of something? Like, I don't know. It was just more of I just wanted more of the context. You know what I mean? I wanted more backstory, I guess, of the husband and why he became this way. It could have been like a 10-minute scene or something. I don't know. You know, maybe I'm being too meticulous about the film. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just so critical. I don't know. But hey. 7 out of 10. That's what Invisible Man gets from me. Recommending people watch this movie. It's a good movie. Watch Invisible Man. 7 out of 10. Moving right along to last and but not least, Vivarium. And I think I saved the worst for last. You know how people make the cliche statement, save the best for last? Not me. I'm saving the worst for last. Now, this movie stars Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen. What's her name? Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter her name. I don't care about her. All right. So, where can I start? Now, I by the previews, I thought this movie was going to be halfway decent because it gave me, it was kind of a mystery with the previews. So I said, you know what? I'll watch it. Which was probably one of the worst decisions this year of watching this movie. Yeah. I honestly, I'm hoping I can forget that I watched this movie within the next week or so. I want to erase it, and I want to get that time back, but I'm unable to. So that sucks, by the way, wasting time on something of this nature. It's about a couple that goes and they're looking for a house. They get a house, and all of a sudden they get a baby at the doorstep or outside. It's like a baby. So they're taught to take care of this baby. They're trying to take care of this baby, and it's just they can't leave this house. They're unable to. They try to leave, and it's just one big loop. It's one big loop. Round and round and round and round we go. Watching this, I felt like a hamster, in a little wheel that turns around. I felt like that, like a vermin, stuck on this wheel and just, continue to turn and going nowhere. So that's how I felt, like I was watching something and the movie was going absolutely nowhere. Jesse Eisenberg. What did he make? Zombieland 2. I saw that movie too. I don't even know if I'm going to give it a review. I don't know if it's worth it. I might, man, but it might make the list as being one of the worst movies. And if I was to start it from being the worst movies of this year, Vivarium and Zombieland 2 would make it. But anyway, back to Vivarium. I hope I'm saying that term right. If not, you know what movie I'm talking about. Just look up Jesse Eisenberg, new movie this year, Vivarium, and it should pop right up. But anyway, yes, this movie wasn't good at all. They take care of this kid. Kid grows up. He ends up. The Jesse Eisenberg goes crazy. He dies. Kid grows up and buries him. The mom is. He zips her up and she dies. They put them two in a hole, covers it up. The kid finally is able to leave the house, and now he's the realtor. Like then the old realtor dies. He takes his place. It's. I'm telling you, the cycle of this film was watching this was brutal. It was very brutal. The best thing about this movie was the Volkswagen Golf that they had. They were driving, that they owned the Volkswagen Golf. That was the best thing about this film, was the Volkswagen Golf. So Vivarium gets a 2 out of 10. That's pretty much it, man. That's The Banker, which was a good one, 8 out of 10. The Hunt, which was another good one, The Invisible Man, which was a good one. And last but not least, Vivarium, which was terrible. That's it. It's my wrap up. Part my back. Salute.